than the first season. HLN's Ali Najad joins me now. You actually got to talk to the cast. You know, this is something that's interesting because you have a show like this, and all of a sudden, boom, you're instantly famous and instantly recognized. How did they take that?
Well, it reminds me of how I felt the first time I did Morning Express. I mean, it was unbelievable. But the cast, honestly, they're a gracious group of people. They are professionals, and they have a tremendous amount of respect for one another. Different people figured out at different times that they had reached critical mass and this thing was going to be huge. And as you can see in the package, they're pretty funny about it.
I bet.
Is there a character other than your own that you'd want to most play on the show?
I have a special fondness for Pennsatucky.
Last thing I remember is I was an angel.
First of all, Taryn is genius, as you all are, but the Pennsatucky, I have a fascination with sort of religious extremism in general, and then the born again, that whole thing that she does, it's just because she's at once unlikable and yet I really sort of sympathize and root for her.
I think Taylor, because I would probably never get cast that way. I have been felt up, stalked, and called Taylor Swift. So can you please just cut me some slack? I love what she does. I think she's like such a strong, grounded actress who has to deal with like all of us.
I'd love to play Crazy Eyes.
Yeah, I'd love to play Sophia.
I'd love to do Lorna. Of course, I'm at a certain age now, but
yeah.
I'd love to do V.
I'd love to do Sophia.
That's the part where you're supposed to say, I'd love to do Red. Don't you understand reciprocity?
No, because reciprocity is thrown out the window in this show.
No, not so much.
You don't have to be
Red.
reciprocal.
Not so much.
No.
Porn stash.
Oh, God. Me and you both.
Yeah.
So good.
So good.
It does his back.
We talk sometimes about like what parts we had tried out for, that kind of thing, but now that we're in it, I mean, you know, we've been living with these people for a long time, so it's like impossible to imagine anybody else doing it.
I have a fascination with prisons in general, and I have not seen this show. Are you a big fan?
Yeah, I may or may not have been up till 4:30 a.m. last night watching season 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I hadn't
So
finished yet at the time of the
binge-worthy.
junket. It's absolutely binge-worthy.
I'm curious, do they watch their own show in that kind of way? We call it binge-worthy, you know, when you just spend hours and hours watching episode after episode.
Some do and some don't. I actually asked them, what are the shows that you guys watch? Some of them were like, Orange is the New Black, obviously, and I didn't know if they were being cheeky or not, and then others were like, oh, I'm getting my Breaking Bad on, no spoilers, things like that. But, you know, they love television. These are people who are helping bring it to fruition. They have respect for the other actors in their field, and, God, this show's so good. How can you not watch it?